Welcome to the Heaps Decent podcast, where we explore how art and music can empower youth by giving them a platform to express themselves, share their stories and find their voice. Each episode, we dive into inspiring conversations with artists, community legends and changemakers who are using creativity to build confidence and transform lives. Join us as we listen to voices not always heard but have a lot to say.
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget and we're here today for the podcast of Heaps Decent. Brand new, never before seen, and we're here with Eric.
Hi everyone, my name's Eric Charles Crampton, aka CRUMP, and we're here at the Heaps Decent podcast with Bridget, and we're gonna rip it up today for you.
So, can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your background? You've just told me where you got your artist name from,
We'll
but
get
I'd
into
love
that.
to know more.
So I was born in South Africa, 2004, November 1st.
Oh wow.
Beautiful day.
Birthday, thank you.
No, I was born in South Africa. I was raised there till I was 12. I think there, I just experienced life a bit there, differently to Australia. So yeah, I saw different side of the world there, you know what I mean?
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I got robbed there when I was 10.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Sounds nice, Rob.
It was alright. Yeah, but when we came here, it's a reality shock because you see Sydney and you see the big city and that, and we didn't have that where I came from in South Africa. Or it's too different, you know what I mean? In South Africa, there's not as much of a middle ground. It's more divided.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about in terms of class and
racially, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm happy to have you here. It's really nice to hear, where you came from. I mean, obviously not the robbing.
Yeah, but that was a part of it. That was a part.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a musician.
Yeah.
We are well aware that you're a musician. How did you go from South Africa, getting robbed, to now being everything that you are? And what is everything that you are?
Well, I'm a inspiring musician. I want to one day I want to start my own record label, or I guess just help recruit people, not necessarily for my own record, but for a record label. I'd love to be involved with a big record label, I'd say, to help artists in the situation I am now eventually. But right now what I'm doing is I'm DJing, I'm making music with Heaps Decent. I'm doing a program called Mad, Musicians Making a Difference in Gosford.
Wow.
And that's pretty cool. Mad's hectic. I'm just doing all of that, making music, just to make good times.
Yeah, that sounds mad.
Yeah, it is mad. It is mad.
How did you get into all of this? I mean, can you share some of your personal experiences with music? And you're talking about, wanting to help people that are in your situation. Yeah. We want to really focus today, I think, on mental health. Yeah. And I'd love to know about your experiences. There's a wide range of how people got into it. I mean, I know I use music as a bit of an outlet.
Well, it definitely made a difference, because when I went to school in Australia, it was obviously way different than South Africa. And yeah, you get treated differently if you're from somewhere else, and majority of the people are Australian or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I think what that did is made me cope into certain situations quicker, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you say that music was coping?
Yeah, music, definitely. Yeah. When I was 13, when I came to Australia, I met a mate called Will Fitz. He's going to listen to this. You're going to repost that, bro. Yeah. And what's it called? We used to, rap together. And, Will was, one of those people that, he wouldn't really take nonsense from anyone, you know what I mean? So he was at the time, he was a great role model to have.
Was he your age?
Yeah, he was a year older, yeah.
Whoa.
But we'd kick it so much. We'd kick back every day, and we'd just sit there and rap, you know what I mean? Yeah. And me and him got into rapping hard.
Whoa. I mean, this person, you said his name was Will?
Yeah.
It sounds like he really shaped your identity.
Bro, he Crump's my name. He used to call me Crumps.
Whoa, OG Crumps. Yeah. I mean,
he came up with that.
Does he get credit in the naming?
Of course, I'm saying it, right?
Yeah, okay. Do you have any other personal experiences, your friend Will?
Yeah.
is there anything else that you would say significantly shaped your understanding of your own identity, especially since, like, you know, you moved from South Africa, probably finding your feet, being so young, just figuring it out?
Well, I guess in high school I was like bullied a lot. So coming from that, I think what I got out of that was just like music, listening to music, doing music. It would like help me cope a lot, you know what I mean? And being bullied, like I also realized through that like what sort of type of person I want to be and what sort of impact I want to have on the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't want to give off negativity to people, you know?
I would say, knowing you definitely do not do that.
Yeah.
You definitely
We
do.
all have our moments, like sometimes we're all tired and whatnot, but yeah.
I can help you tonight.
Well, you were talking about being bullied, and that's kind of aligns with societal expectations. How would you say that you navigate what people put onto you through bullying and through these expectations while remaining true to yourself?
Well, that's hard because like you get bullied for a specific reason, you know what I mean? Like I was fat, that's why I got bullied, and I was South African as well. So like I wasn't Australian, so I got like treated differently for that, and I was fat, so I got bullied for that. So like through that, I'd had to like change my personality and my physical appearance. So like I weighed like 101 when I was 13. Like I'd weigh like 85 right now, which is like that much less than that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So through that, I had to change my physical appearance and my like mental appearance, the way I acted. Like, yeah.
Well, you said that you've changed your mental appearance.
Not mental appearance.
No.
like
I get exactly what you're talking about. How would you say that music has played a role in your journey of self-discovery and self-expression?
Well, just getting things more clearly, you know what I mean? Like also just when you listen to a song, you can change the mood you're in at the moment. Like let's say you're feeling sad, you listen to a happy song, you're in a good mood then, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that like definitely played a huge role, and also putting pain I carry into music and just letting it go, like that played a big part as well.
Yeah, so you have yourself that you put into your music, and you let it as like a form of release. How would you say you express your identity through your music?
Well, I try and take like, when I make like a rave song, take that like crazy positivity I have sometimes, or just that like energy, I try and put it into that song, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when I'm like going through the loops and that, like certain loops just, they feel more like you know what I mean? When you write certain words, like those words feel more like you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's how like I put myself into the music, and like the whole rave crazy thing, like I feel like that's just me, you know what I mean?
I mean, it is you. I've seen you get hype over rave music. It's really lovely to see someone so happy, and I think you do spread that, and it's really nice to hear it because I didn't know any of this about you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about a specific song or project that you would feel is a strong representation of who you are? You know, I've heard so many of your pop songs, popping,
boom, boom.
Yeah, popping, make me want to dance kind of songs.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in particular that makes you think that that's kind of representing who you are?
Well, yeah, actually, I talked about this in an interview I did with Santa. FUFM, like it stands for, I'm just going to say Frick You FM, which is like a radio station name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back in the day, people used to pirate radio stations. That means they used to sneak into abandoned buildings and set up like illegal radio stations, which like people could get to if they turned to the channel and stuff. And these channels got so huge, you know what I mean? And so that's how the genre drum and bass really like came to surface in the UK, is through people doing this illegal pirating music type thing, you know what I mean? So FUFM like is a drum and bass song like made with the history of all of that, you know what I mean? And that song, the day it was made, was played on the radio legally, you know what I mean? So there's a bit of a like contrast there, you know what I mean? So that song, yeah, and I got a video of me listening to that song and put it on TikTok and Instagram.
Is that the one with you on the couch?
Yeah.
I've seen that video really so many times.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know the history of drum and bass like that. I like drum and bass. I didn't know.
That's all like underground EDM came to like surface like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, in terms of you being South African and figuring out the world in Australia as everyone else is, but also having that battle of identity and self-expression, have you faced any challenges related to your identity, and how have you overcome them?
Like I was saying, when I was younger, I had to like physically and mentally change my appearance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throughout doing that, I would have been putting myself in situations where I would have been like taking drugs, going out, partying, stealing, doing things that I wouldn't like I wouldn't really want to do, you know what I mean? But I was doing it because I was like, this, I'm fitting in right now. I'm with my friends, I'm doing something, you know what I mean? And at that time, it felt like that was the only valuable thing I had to do. So going through things like that, where it's like drinking and just just doing things that you wouldn't really want to do, you know, like that you think about now and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Like going through things like that. And also just, I don't know, things beyond your control. Like I said, you put yourself in situations when you're drinking and stuff, like there's just things that are out of your control. Like I literally have a assault charge because me and my mates were drinking, and one mate was bullying another mate that was younger, so I stood up for him at it's either Wynyard or Town Hall. It's either I think it's Wynyard. So I just stood up for him, like, and I started fighting the one friend, and like doing things like that. It's just dumb. But yeah, I don't know, like changing sometimes, like when you change, it's just not for the best, you know what I mean? But it takes you to the right path, I guess. That's the best answer I can give you.
That was the best answer.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Well, this actually does lead to the next question. How has your participation in the home base program, that's every Monday that we meet and I see you, how has it influenced your music and the understanding that you have of yourself?
Well, coming here every Monday definitely like accelerated my music and made me understand that like with the right help you can make a lot of things happen, you know what I mean? Not just the music and anything, because like Heaps Decent has helped me get an apartment, like you know what I mean? So it goes deeper than just making music, but like making music here has taken it to the next level, you know what I mean? Because being with Adam, seeing how he does it and like the ideas that Adam can give us, you know what I mean? Like it takes your music to the next level, definitely. And coming here, keeping myself out of trouble, it's also good. But the hope I've seen from coming here, like getting my music on the radio, like seeing, like even just Adam like listening to your song and liking it, Santa listening to your song and liking it, like it's a good feeling, you know what I mean? And it gives you hope in the industry.
I totally understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, you would know what I mean.
I would know exactly what you mean, because coming here for me has been like a sense of routine, a sense of figuring out what the music industry looks like. And I think one thing that you said that really stood with me was meeting people and recognizing that it's not just what you do, making music, it's where it can take you, and the opportunities that have come from here are amazing. I've also put my song on the radio and I never thought that'd be possible.
It's a good feeling.
It's amazing. And I mean, I'm so glad that I can share that with you, because I get so nervous that I'm too small of a fish in a big pond of everyone's got it and they've figured it out. But I listening to you, I realize now you're figuring it out too.
Everyone is, yeah.
Yeah. So, can you give some examples of how creating music has helped you navigate through these complex emotions or societal pressures? I mean, F you, FM.
Yeah,
I know you said frick you, but
frick you,
let's keep it at that. But, you know, frick you, like powerful words.
Yeah.
That sounds like you navigating the complex emotions of societal pressures.
It was one of them. Yeah. Nah, that like definitely, it took something where it's like, why wasn't this music allowed on the radio back in the day? You know what I mean? Like why? It was because of like the people in control of the music industry at the time and stuff were trying to push a certain music, a certain this and that, and there was people who like just felt like, I don't have to make this music, you know what I mean? Like these people, what they're standing for might not necessarily be right, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna, even if it doesn't look right in these people's eye, I'm gonna go sneak into a building and like push my music across for thousands of people to see and like listen to and feel good in that, even if it's not necessarily legal, you know what I mean?
I mean, you're saying F FM.
Yeah.
I can totally understand this kind of sense of illegal is like, get out of here. I know what I'm doing. And do you think that, I mean, I definitely believe so. Your music, do you think that you're pushing through with this kind of expression and identity the way that, normal talking can't? Like music kind of allows you to do that?
100%. Yeah, like when you're like in a crowd listening to music, and you dancing, you get in that zone, you feel like the bass, you're listening to the words, you feel the words, like you're in that zone where it's like it's just you and the music sort of thing, or not even the music, it doesn't feel like there's anything, you know what I mean?
Totally get it.
You're just gone and you feel the sound, like that sort of, like being able to like craft your own sound like that to give someone that feeling, it's something like worth more than money, you know what I mean?
I totally understand. I think that music is, people talk about it being like a religion. It's something that you just have deep within you. And I mean, I love it. I've been living and loving it since I was really, really young. So I totally understand, because for me, I use it as a way to express myself. And I can tell by your response that you also agree. So you're talking about this kind of movement, this sound. In what ways do you think that art and music can help these young people, other than yourself, explore their identities?
Well, I guess like I said, we all need that coping mechanism or something that can just take us away from everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that like when you find your song and it takes you away from everything, it's a good feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one thing music can do for someone. Heaps decent, like they work with a lot of people in like correctional facilities and whatnot. They worked with one of my girlfriends, like that was in a correctional facility. And like what that's doing is like when they go into a place like that and these kids and stuff, these adults, young adults can see like, there's more than just like this lifestyle I'm living, you know what I mean? If I put my head down and start making music, I can do something that like a lot of people have done before me, you know what I mean? Like I can make music and then like take my music out there and share it to people, you know what I mean? And like it can get someone out of a circumstance that I don't think like anything but music can really do, you know what I mean? You need God and music, and it like opens the door.
She want and she don't know where she want. But it take her up and can rebound, she want get married. But it can run up on state and she can't pay the rate. But it take her up and regal, them want say that she illegal, come into the house of jet.
You're talking so much about the hope that Heaps Decent gives other people and all the opportunities.
I'm meaning that towards music, that I'm using Heaps Decent as an example,
of course,
you know what I'm saying? Like there's like just that the spreading of music gives people hope of like that can be me one day, or like you make a song with some good intention behind it and someone like just does good because of that song. Like you're making magic.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll be making magic for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you're in the grave. That's where my motto is. I feel like I'll be making it forever. What are your goals, you know?
In music?
Yeah, well,
and
your
life.
career, your life, career. I can imagine you'd be so excited to just keep doing your you are killing it, by the way.
I don't want to stop making music till I'm dead, you know what I mean? Like even if I'm in a hospital bed, like I'll still be making something.
Bro, you put like EDM beats in the hospital. Yeah.
I'll make something.
Yeah, I know. So what does your future look like? Biggest question ever.
Yeah, I reckon I can answer this like pretty accurately.
Oh, okay.
We can come back to this as well, yeah?
10 years time, or more than that.
So I reckon my future looks like in the next, I want to say a year, like I'll be given the opportunity to work with Sony, because I already know this for a fact, like through Mad, listen to this, like you want to give this opportunity to someone that will make the most of it, you know who you're giving it to. But yeah, I see myself working with Sony and just keep doing music and like taking it to a more professional point, you know what I mean? Because I'm making good sounds, but I need to put the visuals behind it, everything, you know what I mean? Do more podcasts, do more this, do more that, like just like grow my following essentially and just make better content.
Yeah,
that's what I'm focusing on. I'm gonna be doing that and just like scaling what I'm already doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I see myself like, let's just say next 10 years working with a company like Sony doing very big things, you know what I mean? Like like There you go.
I'm so in awe of the drive and passion you have. I
Thank
think
you.
that every time I see you, I'm always like, oh God, I gotta be like him. I know that it's...
I see you posting on Instagram and I'm like, you're doing very well. Like, I don't, personally, I haven't seen someone do it so quickly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, wow. Thanks, man.
No, I'm being serious.
Well, I mean, you inspire me, and I know that you'd be able to inspire others. How do you hope to inspire others?
Well, positively, and make people laugh when I'm like fucking up, you know what I mean?
You definitely make me laugh. Even your laugh, I love hearing it. It makes it just like, it brings a smile on my face. So much joy.
I don't know where that laugh came from.
You know what? Don't ever stop laughing. Don't ever stop laughing. So you've spoken wholeheartedly about everything, actually. But what advice would you give to young people? Like, there's a young person next to you, imaginary next to you right now. What would you say to them who are struggling with their identity and finding their voice through art or music?
Well, biggest thing I say is like, honestly, just be good. Like, try and. If I could, like, let's say I'm saying this to younger me, like, genuinely have God in your life more. Like, I can't stress that enough, because if you have God in your life, you're not going to make the wrong decision. And even if everything is taken away from you, you still have God, you know what I mean? Like, just do the right thing. Because, like, I have I've done a lot of, like, wrong things in my life. We all have. But it could have been different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, that's what I'll tell someone else. And also, learn from other people's mistakes. Don't learn from your own mistakes, because it's slow. If you can learn from someone else's mistakes, you don't have to make that mistake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's good advice.
yeah, that's genuinely all I'd say.
Would you say... No, that's great. Would you say that people should use art as a form of expression?
Oh yeah, of course. If that's you, if you like can make art, just do it, you know what I mean? Like, if art makes you feel good, just do it, like, straight out. And don't do it for the money, like, do it for the reward of seeing what's coming from it.
I totally agree. If I can agree with that, I can't agree with it more, because I think even early days, you start off and you go, oh, like, you know, I imagine that I'm going to be a big artist someday. I can't lie. When I was 12, when I was younger, I always thought it'd be amazing to be up on the stage. And I turned 17 after being 16. I thought to myself, it's over. I can't do music anymore. I'm not the young pop girl. And now I keep going years by. I'm only 21 and I'm still thinking, oh, I've missed my chance. But I think just going and doing it for passion means that you've never set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
Because it's something that everyone loves to do. I mean, you'd be crazy if you don't love music.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So,
everyone loves music.
Everyone loves music. So
I think we're just psychopath a little bit, so we do it the way we do it.
What?
I think that's
you think
genuine.
I'm a psychopath?
I think every
Speak for
musician.
yourself.
I think every musician, like, deep down, is a little bit psychopath.
What makes you say that?
Because to get something, or like every good musician, I'd say, because to get something to a point of perfection where everyone around you can agree, like, this is low-key perfection, you know what I mean? We're all gonna fucking vibe to this and that. Like, to get something to that point, you low-key need to have like a screw loose or something.
A screw loose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man. Yeah.
This is where the like a psycho comes in.
Yeah.
To be able, you need to like low-key be delusional to be a good musician, because you need to have the delusion, like, as a kid, to see, like, I can go there, you know what I mean? Like, I see myself on that stage. That's like delusion, but if you make it happen, like, you know what I mean?
It's not delusion if it happens.
If you make it happen, it's not delusion.
That's true.
Like, you need that delusion to give you that picture, you know what I mean?
I think it's so funny. You just called out every single musician ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyone who's listening, you're delusional.
Yeah, straight out. Like, I've heard like very good artists say that, or comedians. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like this is a really good mindset to have. Just allowing yourself to be. Dream big, just be good, like you said earlier.
Just be good and do better. Do better. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can get any better than an interview like this as
it's been good.
One of our first ones. So I appreciate you
Thank you
being
very
so
much,
honest
Bridget.
as well. It really felt like an actual conversation. But yes, thank you again. Do you want to plug yourself? I know you do.
Yeah, of course. Eric Charles Crampton on Instagram. That's it, really. Everything is on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, you'll find my YouTube. You'll find my TikTok. You'll find my everything else. What's it called? Apple Music, Amazon Music. I'm on everything. Spotify.
You on SoundCloud?
Not on SoundCloud. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay, I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much, Bridget.
All the songs you've heard on today's podcast are by Eric himself. His artist name is CRUMP, C-R-U-M-P with $, and they're all on Spotify if you'd like to go listen to them. Thanks.